It is the morning wake up. It is great to be with you this morning. Thanks for hanging out. Very excited to be talking to some likely lads, New Zealand artists that you know and love. It is the Thomas Brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise wherever you are in Aotearoa. Oh, yes. Welcome, guys. Great to have you on the show.
Thanks so much for having us. It's always an honor and a privilege to be here with you guys.
Now, I can't see you guys because I'm not part of the Zoom call. I'm sort of back from behind the monitor. But do we have all four brothers there? Sam, Josh, and Ben?
We've only got two today. The other two didn't make the cut. We had rigorous auditions for today's interview, and only me and Josh made the cut today. So, yeah.
It's worth saying that you guys are known for dressing up in suits when you play, and you always look a picture of style, a little bit like James Bond, bit of a Daniel Craig sort of a look. And even though we are on the radio this morning, you still have dressed up, which massive commitment. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, it's for you. It's for you and Kat, Luke. We're just dressing up for you guys. Sorry, Kat. I know you said you can't see us, but Luke, I guess essentially we're just dressing up for you today.
It's just for him.
I appreciate that. Now, it's pretty awesome. We're going to be releasing your new song and your new single, Across the Sea, very shortly. We're excited about that. But you're really here kind of to talk about the work of MercyShips, which is an amazing organization. So let's kick off. Who is MercyShips? What are they all about?
Yeah, it's an absolute honor and a privilege to be partnering with MercyShips. They are doing amazing work all around the world. Essentially, they are a literal floating hospital that floats around the world to third world countries and places that wouldn't usually get professional level medical attention. And they're also frontlining stuff with COVID. They are straightening crooked legs. They are removing tumors and cataracts, and just giving them medical attention that they would otherwise never receive.
And I know there are a lot of organizations out there, but what is so unique about MercyShips?
They're essentially their ship, the Africa Mercy, has 5 operating theatres and 78 hospital beds. And I guess they're doing God's work. I think that there's people in the world that all they're focusing on is having that fancy job and the big house and the expensive car. But what God really cares about is the poor and the hungry and the least of these in the world. And that's MercyShips is doing that frontline work, which is why we think it's really important to support MercyShips, which is why we're partnering with them and why we think other people should too.
Yeah. There must be a reason that they use ships, that you do it on sea rather than on land. Do you know why that is?
I mean, there's always a lot of difficulties. There's a lot of legal issues with actually setting up a land-based hospital, and also there's power issues, there's water issues, and so essentially, if they have a ship, they're fully kitted out. They can take their fully kitted out, state-of-the-art ship to the different countries where the need is, and bring that professional level of care to where the need is. It's just the legal hurdles that they have to jump through, and setting up the facilities locally just isn't always possible.
And how is all this work funded? Because you've obviously got to have a lot of people on board to make this stuff happen.
Well, that's where people that are listening come in. And obviously there are trusts and essentially involved in some government funding. But you as a listener can get involved. If you go to mercyships.org.nz, you can find out how you can support MercyShips. Or you can also become part of the crew.
Oh, right. Are the people paid on board?
No, essentially the people on board actually pay their own way. So the people that are on board are people that really believe in the cause, that are right behind it. They literally pay their way to be there on the ship.
Yeah, that's great. What I love about MercyShips is that it kind of accesses people that usually would just not have access to this sort of thing, right? And it's such an easy way for us to really be the hands and feet of Christ to support the work, and to give financially. If you head along to the MercyShips website, there are easy ways that you can do that. How is your association with MercyShips developed? Why is it part of what you guys do as a band?
Essentially, we've been praying for a long time, actually, for something like this. And when this came along, it was exactly what we've been looking for. Something, because we don't want to just play music. We don't want to just essentially be another band. We want to try and do God's work and be the hands and feet of God, as you say. And like literally on the day that we found out about this partnership with this about this opportunity, a song just came straight into mind, and Across the Sea. And it was definitely a God moment, because sometimes writing songs can be difficult. Sometimes it can take a really long time, and not always. Sometimes it's quick. But this time it was like just one of those God moments. It was super quick. About 5 minutes, I had the whole song, and we showed it to MercyShips, and they loved it. Thank God. And here we are today.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that leads really nicely into this track, which we're about to play. I mean, tell us about it, Across the Sea, the lyrics, what does it mean? What's the inspiration? And you can introduce it for the very first time.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's essentially a call to action that we hope will inspire the people that listen to it to support MercyShips. It's basically in that first line of the song, "Come on and come with me far across the sea." Yeah, we just want people to support MercyShips. And so here it is on the radio this morning. First time play in the world, Thomas Brothers, Across the Sea.
Come on and come with me far across the sea, where the ocean and horizon meet with kindness and mercy. So come on and come with me, and we'll be singing, God have mercy on me, God have mercy. So come on and come with me through storm and ocean breeze. When your hope is gone, I won't be long, I'm here for all you need. So come on and come with me, and we'll be singing, God have mercy on me, God have mercy on me, God have mercy on me, God have mercy. When the world bleeds, when your heart beats, when you're hurting. When the world bleeds, when your heart beats, when you're hurting. When you lost hope, or you know home, you're not alone. When the world bleeds, when your heart beats, when you're hurting. When you lost hope, or you know home, you're not alone. When the world bleeds, when your heart beats, when you're hurting. When you lost hope, or you know home, you're not alone.
There it is, the very first time it has ever played, the song written for MercyShips from the Thomas Brothers. It is called Across the Sea. What a beautiful, beautiful track. And I'm not just saying that, guys, like absolutely glorious.
Thanks, Luke. You're a good man. You're too kind. You're too kind. I appreciate it.
I
Thank you so much for having us.
I love that very last line, when you've lost hope or you've got no hope, you're not alone. That's awesome.
It's totally relevant, I guess, to the lockdowns. You're not alone.
Yeah, that's right. He's with you for sure. And it's pretty awesome to think that the same God that is with us in Aotearoa, New Zealand, is also the God who's at work all over the world with the ministry of MercyShips as well. Hey, guys, thank you for your heart, for what you guys do, and for your music as well. And it was a real pleasure talking to you this morning.
Thank you so much for having us, guys. It's always a pleasure. You guys are doing God's work, so keep up the great work.
Thanks, guys.